Good morning, church. Sorry about that. We're going to be in First Peter chapter 5, verses 1 through 5. First letter of Peter, chapter 5, 1 through 5. This is the word of God. So I exhort the elders among you, and as a fellow elder and a witness of the sufferings of Christ, as well as a partaker in the glory that is going to be revealed. Shepherd the flock of God that is among you, exercising oversight, not under compulsion, but willingly, as God would have you, not for shameful gain, but eagerly, not domineering over those in your charge, but being examples to the flock. And when the chief shepherd appears, you will receive the unfading crown of glory. Likewise, you who are younger, be subject to your elders. Clothe yourselves, all of you, with humility toward one another, for God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. You may be seated. So at this point of the letter, Peter is exhorting the elders, and I love the fact that he puts himself at their level as a fellow elder. He does not emphasize, as he could, his unique calling as an apostle, but rather he shows that the foundation of his ministry is being witness of the suffering of Christ. So nothing powerful, not glorious. It is the folly at the very heart of the gospel message, the suffering of the Messiah. And his hope is the partaking of the glory that is to be revealed in the future. Peter exhorts them to shepherd the flock, not just out of a sense of duty, being forced to, but with eagerness. I think this is a trap that we can easily fall into that is common to any vocation. The day in, day out duty performed without our heart being in it. And he says to shepherd not for personal gain, whether in reputation or material riches, but with true pastoral care, not merely by imposing authority and giving instructions, but leading by example. And as Jesus himself said, not as the rulers of men lording it over them, but, quote, whoever would be great among you must be your servant, and whoever would be first among you must be your slave, even as the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and give his life as a ransom for many. Matthew 20:26-28. I think this applies to more than just leaders in the church. It's the same call and challenge to us as leaders in our homes and families, especially the men. We're called to work hard and lead, not to see how much we can advance and earn and become successful in life, as the world would have it, but to give our all in service to others, to be spent, and to put ourselves last. That's why Peter also exhorts them to keep their eyes on the ultimate reward, the unfading crown of glory at the appearing of the great shepherd. He exhorts then young men to be subject to the elders, I think well knowing the tendency of younger generations to disregard and disrespect those who came before. And he concludes this passage with an invitation to clothe ourselves with humility toward each other. That is, to make humility our most distinctive and evident trait, the first thing the one sees, just like the clothes we wear. Um, and we know that before God, we're truly not better than anyone else. That's where our humility comes from. And I want to end with something to reflect upon for all of us when it comes to leadership. We are followers of the greatest man and leader who ever lived, Jesus Christ, the only one who ever lived a perfect life. And he was a humble Jewish carpenter from the outskirts of the Roman Empire who became a homeless teacher and preacher. Probably never left anything written, never led a conquering army, and died young, executed as a common criminal. Not exactly our idea of perfect life. Not only that, he gave his life in order to save multitudes of people who, in and of themselves, would hate him and reject him. As I read before, the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Church, lift up your hearts.